Reasoning from First Principles, Chapter 1, Section 5, The Scientific Method. At its core, the scientific method is a common-sense way of looking at the world. It is how we make progress in our understanding of the world, and is how we can even be confident about that progress. Science is almost a submissive field in that evidence is evidence. It doesn't care about your feelings. Humans are plagued with personal biases and logical fallacies, and the scientific method is there to solve these problems. It keeps us honest. Of course, it is our responsibility to engage in the world in a scientific way, and that doesn't always get done. But that's not science's fault, it's our fault. And when we fail, we must actually do science better, not forsake its wisdom. The scientific method is as follows. 1. Make an observation. 2. Formulate a question. 3. Construct a hypothesis. 4. Make a prediction based on that hypothesis. 5. Test the prediction. And 6. Iterate or use the results to make new hypotheses or predictions. In science, a major faux pas is to look at any one study and think, oh, this is the knockdown argument I've been looking for all along. The conclusions of one study doesn't mean much within the context of the preponderance of evidence on a subject. Furthermore, there are many ways an individual study can sabotage our understanding of a phenomena. And even before the study begins, there could be ideological or financial conflicts of interest. The study design could be flawed or inappropriate. And during the study, the technicians could make small mistakes, or the researchers could let observer and recall biases cloud their judgment. And once the study is over, the data could be misinterpreted by primary authors, secondary authors, or various news outlets. This is why it's so important to be critical of where individual studies lie within the entire scope of evidence. Science is difficult and requires an infinite reservoir of patience. But if you're interested in the truth, and not just what makes you feel good, science is for you. Man, am I coming off like Bill Nye the Science Guy or what? And he's not even a scientist, he's an engineer. When I first published this book, a couple years ago now, I didn't want to put this chapter in here. I thought it was redundant, but in 2020, as I'm recording this video, boy, is the scientific illiteracy people are embarrassing. Our country is embarrassing itself. I want to make it very clear that science and scientism are not the same thing. Science is a method of investigation. It's meant to help us, get rid of the cloud of confusion. Scientism is when people start, they treat it like a religion, they treat it like a cult, just like maybe the pseudoscientific people that they find reprehensible in the first place. And it's just just another hill that people like to die on, and that's really an egregious misuse of science, in my opinion. I mean, the fact is, it's not supposed to be a religion. Science is supposed to teach you that woke idiots with good intentions will tattoo gullible on your forehead if you let them, because you didn't take responsibility over your own beliefies and, actually figure out what's true. And notice when I was reading off the steps to the scientific method, nowhere did it say make a nasty comment on your friend's Facebook wall. Science really needs to be a team effort, and it's when people start letting other things like money or fame or any kind of pseudo noble standing within society, it's when people start letting that stuff get in the way that the scientific method really starts to break down. And that's when the people who maybe don't have the resources to be invested in good information and science as an idea, that's where those people start to fall off the bandwagon, and it becomes just this kind of self-perpetuating negative feedback cycle of misinformation and distrust, and it's a big problem. If you need to find a place to train, go to GymSpot.fit. Tell us where you are, what you're looking for, and we'll take care of the rest. GymSpot, the world's best gym locator.